Hello and welcome back to Justice for Jean Alesi. There are just 2 rounds left of the F1 1995 season and we are just 3 points behind Michael Schumacher. Damon Hill is just 2 points behind us. Still, incredibly, a 3-way fight. It was a bit of a missed opportunity last time at the Pacific Grand Prix. We've got away with one and we need to find form again. In the Constructors, Williams, they're 7 points clear at the top from Benetton. Can they deny them their only Constructors win? Ferrari, we're 19 points back. We need a good result from both drivers today if we're going to be in it for the final race of the season. This is a massive Grand Prix.
Welcome to Suzuka, Japan, the scene of round 16 of this year's championship.
I'm not even going to pretend to be surprised. I was 98% sure coming in this was going to be a wet race for 3 reasons. 1, we've had 3 dry races in a row and there was not a chance in hell this game was going to let me have 4. 2, real life, it was famously a wet race, wet to dry. And then also a comment I got back on the Belgian Grand Prix, I think it was. He basically predicted the weather for every round of the championship from that point on, and it's because this game apparently kind of presets the weather. It varies from what driver you pick, but he pretty much guessed and got them all right, so I was fairly certain that this was going to be a wet race, and probably going to be the last wet race of the season, because at the end of the day, the last round of the championship's in Australia, so it's, more than likely to be a dry race. So yes, welcome to Suzuka, and Suzuka has hosted the Japanese Grand Prix since 1987 to present day, with the notable exception of 2007 and 2008, when it went to the Fuji Speedway, who incidentally were the original hosts of the Japanese Grand Prix back in the 70s. Now, because this is a wet race, there is a big chance for slower cars to get higher up the grid and maybe in positions they're not usually used to, which is a really good chance for some of our charity challenges to get ticked off. If you don't remember, Shark Chill commented earlier in the season saying that he will donate £5 for every point that 40 Ford score. Not happened yet. Great chance for it to happen here. And if you think, well, that's still unlikely, may I remind you that Taki Inui scored a point for footwork in a wet Monaco Grand Prix. So if he can do it, anyone can. The other one is from Simon Core. He said that he will also donate to a charity of my choice and change the colour of his hair if Heinz-Harald Frentzen happens to win a Grand Prix. Again, probably the best chance he's got today in the wet weather. Now, because this is a special race for Alesi, as I've mentioned before and we'll go into more detail of later, there are some extra charity challenges that come into play in this round. We can hopefully add to the charity pot, so I'll explain them both later on. But first, I need to practice, as evidenced, and then we qualify. Alright, time for a vital grid now. Now, as I've mentioned before many times, the grids get pretty much jumbled up with the exception of pole position. So real-life pole will be on pole here. Everything else could go crazy. We've seen Simtex and 40s and Minardis all up in high positions in wet qualifying. However, in real life, pole position went to Michael Schumacher. So that means our main championship rival will be on pole. Everyone else could be everywhere, but he's going to be there. In real life, Alesi qualified second, and that will be our target because, yes, let's aim to keep alongside Schumacher. In real life, behind us, it was Hakkinen, Hill and Berger, but that means nothing here because it will just be jingle, jangle, jumble all over the place, spaghetti bolognese, just madness. For lap number 1, as I mentioned, there are some extra ways we could earn for the charity pot, one of which is Shark Chill, who's already got the 44 challenge going, but he's made a series of specific predictions for the Japanese Grand Prix. He's predicted the top 6, slightly hurt that he thinks we're going to get beaten, rude, but not impossible. And then he's also predicted a few scenarios as well, one of which is Minardi's to cause an issue with blocking us in qualifying. So yes, he's made a few predictions, some for qualifying, some for the race. Every one that he gets right, he will add £1 into the pot. So hopefully that will at the very least be a start of the fund. 14th for starters. We can do better, not panicking yet. Longtime fan Racing Di Milano has said that he will add €1 for every point that we score at this round of the championship, plus an extra €1 for fastest lap and pole position. And incidentally, obviously it's a charity of my choice, I'll reveal what that charity is at the final round of the championship next time out at Australia. So if we do earn any money for charity throughout these final few races, I'll let you know exactly where it's going at the finale. Oh, don't come on! Can't touch the curbs. Click the curb. Right, let's try and thread the line through 130R again. I've touched the curb, but I managed to just ease off the throttle, and we didn't lose it. Good to know. It's definitely a chance this is going to be an improvement across the line. 8.9 seconds up to 7th, so getting out of like worrying territory. So if we can just go through 130R with a little lift. There we go. Lovely little clip of the inside, didn't send us off. Brake just by the shell bridge, which actually, I don't know if that's a bit too early now, thinking about it. Maybe just push that a bit later for next time, but is this an improvement? I feel like it is. Still 7th, okay. You know, like I said, one of Shark Chill's predictions was Minardi to play a part in blocking in qualifying. For the first time, and I don't know how long, there's been nobody. Literally has not seen anybody. So important to get the angle right at the start of the S's, because then you feel like you're correcting it all the way through. The first time this session we are coming up to another car. Charity fans, hold your breath. Oh, I'm going to struggle out the exit here. Oh, we are going to struggle out the exit because I'm going to drive off the road. That was good. That was a good first sector. Let's brake a touch early though. Oh, clip the curb on the inside! No. Feck. Who's that behind me? Was that a red car? Was that a Gerhard Berger come to pressure me on a qualifying lap? Surely not. Surely it can't be. It is! Oh, how has he done this to me again? I swear to God, if Gerhard Berger has ruined my final qualifying lap, I feel like I'm going to have to send him hate mail. I'm sure he's a lovely guy. Come on. Be an improvement. Be an improvement. Come on. How am I still 7th? Feels on the brakes a touch early. That was a nailed on improvement. Oh man. Why do I have a funny feeling that's going to be the last one? That last lap was a nailed on improvement. But here we go. Michael Schumacher is on pole. Carl Wendlinger is second in the Sauber. Gerhard Berger, yes, 3rd. Good work. Taki Inui, wet weather specialist it seems, in 4th. Katayama in 5th in the Tyrrell. Roberto Moreno, 6th in the 44. Just next to us, Jean Alesi in 7th. Hakkinen, followed by Hill, then Coulthard. Oh, this is big. This is big with Schumacher at the top. So, in real life, what happened? Michael Schumacher won from Mika Hakkinen and Johnny Herbert. Those top 2 positions for Benetton confirmed them as the Constructors' Champions of 1995. It was their first and only, as it turned out, Constructors' win. Jean Alesi retired from this race. Yet I've been saying for a while, this is a big race for him, personally. This is the one he describes as his greatest in the sport. So what happened? After qualifying 2nd, he got a stop-go penalty for a jump start. He went into the pits to serve the stop-go penalty on lap 3, came out in 10th. The race started with everyone on wet tyres, but it wasn't raining and the track was drying. On lap 7, he came in for slicks and immediately started going faster than everybody. He came back out on the track in 15th. He got ran out of road by Pedro Lamy and had a bit of a spin, but he still recovered from that to be 2nd by lap 10. and he was still faster than Schumacher, even though Schumacher was also on dry tyres and he was closing in on him. And then on lap 24, his differential failed, Ferrari reliability once again, and that was it. But despite that, Alesi has repeatedly said that that race is the race he loves above his win. This is the one that he loved above anything else because he just felt so in tune with the car. It was an incredible performance, considering our position in the championship and the importance of this race to him. There is one objective. Let's win the Japanese Grand Prix. Here we go. And that was a pretty good start. That's the first time in ages I feel like we've set off at pretty much the same pace. We immediately take the 40 out of the points. Sorry. Up to 4th. What a start this is. Banging of wheels between Wendlinger and Berger. It gets very tasty between there. Wendlinger holds off Berger. I need to get past Berger without any issues. We are through. Gerhard, you just get into a rhythm and get after Carl Wendlinger as soon as I hopefully clear him. Not going to take any risks. I've just been run out of road. What did I say? It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't go locking up your brakes into turn 1. Come on now. Let's not do that. Okay. Past Berger pretty easily enough. That felt like for the first time team orders were in effect. Right, let's just try and get round Carl. I feel like he's just going to close in on me. Can I get past him into Spoon? I don't feel like it there, no. I feel like this straight up to 130R might be the place. Let's get a good exit. We've got a great exit up the inside and past Carl Wendlinger, and the man ahead of us is Michael Schumacher. And just like real life, we are hunting him down. There are no reliability failures. Our differential is rock solid. Up to 130R. I'm brave, but I'm not that brave. Do we go final chicane? I feel like we could go final chicane. Nah, not quite. Let's not touch any of those curbs. And a good first lap. 7th second. One minor issue with Carl Wendlinger. We've got the run out the final corner in the slipstream and into the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, we're nearly onto the curb. Let's just hold it there. Two and a half seconds already. Come on. We are the Rainmasters. Come on. Now I'm here. The thing I really want to see is the rundown of the top 6. Remember, the other big goal we need to hit as well is a fastest lap in this race. To hit the charity run for Racing di Milano. And that will be at least €1 for the charity fund. €1 for every point we score as well. So at the minute that's €11 in the charity fund. And there it is. Berger, yes, up to 3rd. That's what you want to see. Hill, though, already in the points and chasing down Carl Wendlinger. Wendlinger managed to score points once before this season. I think he got in the points in the wet race at Argentina, so he could do it again. Irvine in the last points position place. I'm pretty sure that's where Shark Chill predicted Irvine would go, so if Irvine stays there, I'll try and nail down a good lap as well, get that fastest lap. We've already got the fastest lap, 157.9. Let's go quicker, let's go quicker. We are going pretty well. Time to cross the line. It's going to be a 154.5. Someone go and beat that. You know, I think we took the lead just before we crossed the line at the end of lap 1. So to be able to give Alesi his very own lap of the gods at this very race feels pretty good. Berger's still holding. He's not that far away from Schumacher. If Berger, come on now, if he could just get past Schumacher for our championship and for the constructors. Rise, Sir Gerhard, and I will forgive all qualifying transgressions. It'll be all forgotten instantly. You know, with this being the last wet race of the season, I gotta say, it is just a product of the game of the time that, you know, the AI just seemed to drive a little bit slower in the wet. To me, the ultimate challenge on this game would be hard difficulty, which we're on, but all dry races, because that's the big test. It hasn't been nailed on for us. Like I say, we have not won every single wet race put in front of us, although we've got a good record. And the championship is that close. It could come down to those 2 wet races we didn't win. Dropped 4 points in Canada. We were second in the final turn in Imola, and we dropped even further to 4th. So even that in of itself could decide it. Or is it going to be the dry races? Is it going to be the fact that we didn't score points in 4 races this season? 3 of them where we just weren't quick enough, and 1 of them at Belgium where I probably could have gotten into the points. But unfortunately, I just minor mistakes. And again, is it those mistakes that could make the difference? Because obviously Australia probably going to be a dry race. We could be quick there and finish on the podium like we did at Silverstone, highest result of the season in the dry, second. Or could we be out of the points, and way out of the points like we were at the Nürburgring or at Spain? And if we lose by just a fine margin, it will come down to those dry races and the 2 wet races that we didn't smash it on. I genuinely can't believe it's been this close throughout the entire season. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad it's happened. It's made it a really good season. And let's hope we can do enough in that final dry race in Australia as we come to lap a 44th. Oh dear. Pedro Diniz, hello. Let's just get past without any issues. Despite the fact it only lasted 24 laps for him in real life, this was the drive that he remembers the most, that remembers the most fondly. And, we didn't win in Canada, but we've won races I think that are, probably more important since then. Monaco, his home race in France, Monza. And to be able to put things right here in Japan, I think is extra special as well. The winner of the Japanese Grand Prix, Jean Alesi. It's going down to the wire. Gerhard Berger, I'm not sending you hate mail anymore. I love you. You beautiful Austrian man. It's scenes. It's a Ferrari 1-2 at Suzuka. Alesi from Berger. Michael Schumacher is third. Karl Wendlinger, another brilliant wet weather driver, second of the season to get points again, comes home 4th. Hill 5th. Coulthard 6th. Now, before we move on to the points though, charity watch. Obviously, from Racing Di Milano's perspective, we've got 10 points and picked up the fastest lap. Didn't get pole, so that's €11 for the charity fund. The charity fund is off and running. Let's check Shark Chill's predictions. So he predicted that Hill would win from Alesi, Coulthard 3rd, Schumacher 4th, Herbert 5th, Irvine 6th. Irvine was 6th briefly, it didn't stay there. It's, unfortunate. Berger to lose out due to back markers spoiling his race. That didn't happen. Alesi to make an optimistic but effective overtake on Schumacher. I'll let you be the judge of that one, because I feel like it was effective. Would you call it optimistic? I'll leave that to you to decide. Minardi did not block us in qualifying, so unfortunately, unless you want to argue the optimistic but effective overtake, that's nothing there. So, and no 40. Roberto Moreno sank like a brick parachute. Oh well, charity fund off and running. I will announce what the charity is going to be in the finale next time, but the all-important thing now. Jean Alesi leads the World Championship by 3 points going into the final round of the championship. We were 3 down, just incredible. Damon Hill is exactly 10 points behind Jean Alesi, so he could still win it. He's still technically in it, but he's on the brink. It's slim chance for Damon there. Incredibly as well, because of Berger's second place and Herbert not scoring, he's only 3 points behind Johnny Herbert. He could still nick 5th place. In terms of the constructors, oh my god. It's so finely poised. Williams lead by 6 points. 6 points between the top 3. Any one of 3 teams could win it. Williams with the advantage. Could we literally sweep in at the end and take it in the final race after never being first? Next time, and I can't believe I'm saying this, the season finale. It's going to be sad to see it come to an end. I can't wait to see what happens now. Thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy the series, please do like, subscribe and comment. It means so much. Thank you to everyone who comments and contributes race after race after race, to all those who've kind of donated or offered to donate to charity, even if it doesn't turn out. Thank you so much. It just makes this series that extra little bit special. Thank you, and I will see you for the finale.